Well, hey, y'all, it's Dr. Jennifer Patterson. This is God's Word. No cap. Sometimes you just have to fall in. You got to fall in. What am I talking about? I will never forget. I was 16. I was the biggest thing in this beginner swimming class. And I have been strutting my stuff. I mean, I have been doing the most over in the shallow end. Everybody else in the class with these little kids, probably like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, my tall self. I was feeling confident. I was doing the back, swimming on my back and doing other little maneuvers until the day that my swim teacher said, "We're going over to the 12 foot and I want you all to stand on the edge and just fall in and then just use all of the skills that you've learned to date." Fall in? What you mean? Stand on the edge and fall in? Who does that? And so I wasn't doing that, y'all. I wasn't doing that. But as I began to watch my fellow swim mates, remember, little kids, I'm the big kid, they're just falling in, they're just having a good time. They're falling in, they're swimming to the side, they're getting out, and they're getting back in line to do it again. And I realized I'm missing out. Everything that I learned in the shallow end surely can come to play. And I need to get in on some of this action. So y'all, I did it for the first time. It was the best thing ever. I got to the side and I got out of there and I just did it again and did it again. I don't know how many times I did it. Listen, Joshua 1:7 reminds us some really strong words from God to Joshua when he was taking over after Moses had died. He said, "Only be strong and very courageous. Be careful to do everything in accordance with the entire law which Moses, my servant, commanded you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, so that you may prosper and be successful wherever you go." Listen, walking with God in relationship means that I can trust his direction and his care for me. Even if I learned it all in the shallow end, right? That means that when it's time to go through the pressures and the harder things, how he's brought me, what he's taught me is going to come to play and there will be success. He knows the outcome and he knows how to get us there in a way that will blow our minds. My swim teacher knew she's going to be all right because as soon as she hits that water, she's going to think about all of the maneuvers that she's been taught. And that's the whole point. The point is not to learn those things to stay in the shallow end. It's so that we can launch out into the deep and really put those skills to work. Listen, we need to be able to allow God to show the world something new and something fresh about him. In our weakest moments, he reminds us that we can be strong and courageous. This is Dr. Jennifer Patterson. This has been God's Word, no cap.